Good morning. How is everybody today? Good, good. Good to see everybody. Rhonda sends me a message right as I'm walking up here. It's so glad to see everybody today on this Father's Day. We look forward to honoring the dads here today, and just want to thank Callie and all of the ladies for everything that they've prepared for us this morning. It's going to be kind of hard to preach, smelling the food. We were trying to figure out how y'all were even having Sunday school back there, smelling all of that. But anyways, glad to be here. And Robert, is this doing anything? Okay. I feel like I'm yelling. There it is. I hear it. But definitely glad to be here. Just real quick, I want to tell y'all we had a good week at church camp. The boys back there and Elena, and they had a couple friends with them. One of the friends, actually, PJ, that went with us, got saved this week. Hey, along with about 3 or 4 others from Center. What? About 10 total. Okay. Okay, so they're planning a baptism service over at Center with all of the kids that got saved and ones that rededicated, and so just a great week at camp. The Spirit was definitely moving in the services, and it was really kind of neat. The days that I got to be there, like the night service, very very spiritual and very touching, and the speaker had words to say. And then in the morning services, one of my best friends in the whole world, James Caulfield, was bringing the messages, and he was giving the kids very practical ways of studying the Bible and how to apply it. So, a very good mix of what the kids were receiving as far as their Bible teaching and different things like that. And then we also had some awesome times in the cabin. I have to just give a shout out. Y'all would all be super proud of Mason. He got his guitar out and helped us lead worship. And so, yeah. It was a big deal, and we're going to have him up on stage before too long, all right? He just gives me the same look as he does in the pictures, all right? But no, really, y'all would be very proud of just how our kiddos were all week. Not a problem, not any issues with them, and so, which is kind of what we expect from our kiddos. They're just good kids. So really did have a good time. But the biggest shout out of the week goes to our sponsor that went with us. Me and Callie, we only stayed a couple days, and when we came home, Robert hung in with the kids all week, stayed up late, got up early. And as Annie said, he crashed on Friday, and but he worked hard. And Robert, we really, really appreciate all that you did. Yeah. And so it was kind of neat the first couple of days while I was there. Yes, there's all Center had about probably 60 kids or so in this group, and so we just kind of mixed right in with them. And you would hear, you'd hear them asking for Jared and Lisa and this and that. That's, Jared and Lisa Newby, they're youth pastors. But I'm pretty sure I heard, Mr. Grigg, more than anything, because those kids all knew him and they all respected him, and so it was a blessing to have you there. So anyway, looking forward to, like I said, this service today. Looking forward to having a meal afterwards and just spending some time with all of you that can stay. And I hope everyone does have a good Father's Day, and enjoys their time. Any announcements? I can't think of anything right now. Still planning on what we're going to do first Sunday. So that's in a couple weeks. I'll let y'all know soon what our plans for that may be. Okay, first week of August we're looking at for VBS, if you're willing to help with that. It's going to be 3 or 4 nights, something like that. and in the evenings. And if you want to help with that, talk to Callie, and there'll be plenty to do for all of us. And then already be thinking of some families with some kiddos that you want to give a special invite to, and we will do that. I'll do prayer request in a second, buddy. He was ready with his prayer request. As we do start prayer request, I think everyone knows that I have a praise item. This week, my dad had a successful surgery with a pacemaker installed, and he's mostly original parts, but got new spark plugs. All right, so he's doing well. I was mowing their lawn yesterday when they pulled back into the driveway, and Dad just hopped right out of the car and walked clear across the yard to me, and we stood and talked for about 30 minutes, and he hadn't been able to do that in some time. So just really be good there. You know, and then at the same time, this is a little tough on Father's Day. I know Connor's wanting to mention his pawpaw for prayer request, and so and Hayden always calls out for pawpaw, and so pawpaw's not doing real good. He is at home, and we have hospice care coming in and looking after him, and Brenda's staying there with him and just taking the best care of him that she can. And we're just, we know that the day's coming that the Lord's going to call him home. And we just pray for all of the family. Continue to remember Callie and her family through this time. But the blessing is, we don't live as those without hope. We have hope, and we know that Joe knows Jesus, and he believes in Jesus. And the Bible tells me that those who believe, when they're not here on this earth, they're in the presence of the Lord. And so we will continue praying for him and continue praying for their family, and especially on this Father's Day, and just, remember. Any other prayer requests that we have this morning? Connor wants to say, you can say Pawpaw, yeah? Yeah. Pray for Marshall, too. Yeah, my best friend has been in ICU for the last couple of days. He had a spell with his potassium dropped completely out. He was actually at a concert and had to be carried out of the concert by his dad and someone else there, and his potassium numbers were down in the ones, and they're supposed to be in the threes. And so he's the same age as me and spent the last 2 or 3 days in ICU. So be praying for him. He was getting stepped down to a regular room today, so he's doing better. Okay, we'll pray for you. Okay, we'll be praying for you at that doctor's appointment. Anyone else? Prayer request this morning. He already said it. She said it. Okay. He said Connor said Marshall too. We're still praying for Marshall. Any other prayer requests this morning? All right. Anthony, will you open us up in a word of prayer, please?
God, we come before you, Lord, we're thankful for this opportunity we have just to be in your house. God, we're thankful, Lord, for each and every one that's here. God, we just pray for the prayer request and the praise items. God, we want to thank you, first of all, for the healings that you have given. Lord, we ask that you just touch each and every one. And God, we also know, Lord, that the perfect healing is to come to be with you. And God, we know of a lot of fathers that, Lord, have received that perfect healing. We just want to honor and praise each and every one for what they did in the lives of their children. But God, we just pray that we will always take in our Heavenly Father sent his son to die on the cross so that we might live. God, we just ask that you be with Jared as he brings forth the message, and be with us throughout the day as we serve you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Stand with us as we sing today. Sing, open the eyes of my heart. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. Yes, I want to see you. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. Yes, I want to see you. To see you high and lifted up, shining in the light of your glory. Pour out your power and love as we sing holy, holy, holy. Open the eyes. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. Yes, I want to see you. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Yes, open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. Yes, I want to see you. To see you high and lifted up, shining in the light of your glory. Pour out your power and love as we sing holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. I want to see you. Sing that again. Sing holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. You are holy, holy, holy. I want to see you. To see you high and lifted up, shining in the light of your glory. Pour out your power and love as we sing holy, holy, holy. High and lifted up, shining in the light of your glory. You are not a God created by human hands. You are not a God dependent on any mortal man. You are not a God in need of anything we can give by your plan. That's just the way it is. You are God alone from before time began. You are on your throne, and you are God alone. And right now, in the good times and bad, you are on your throne. Yes, you are God alone. You're the only God whose power none can contend. You're the only God whose name and praise will never end. You're the only God who's worthy of everything we can give. You are God, that's just the way it is. And you are God alone from before time began. You are on your throne. Yes, you are God alone. And right now, in the good times and bad, you are on your throne. And you are God alone. Unchangeable, unshakable.